This is the town without water. East Porterville is ground zero in the California drought, a 21st century dust bowl.
You had to be there to see it. And when you saw it, you felt it. It was devastating.
The Tulare River was dry. Over 2,000 wells on the verge of being dry or completely dry.
It was the catastrophic drought that we've had for years and years, all in a row, and so the water just wasn't coming anymore.
We started out with 89 homes, but actually it turned into hundreds of homes. They just were not discovered.
I woke up one morning, turned on the sink, no water. What are we gonna do?
CSET is a community action agency here in Tulare County.
Tulare County is as large as the state of Connecticut, to give you an idea. East Porterville is a small, rural, predominantly farm-working community.
They were not connected to the city municipal water system, and they were all on wells.
Water, it's an everyday necessity for farming. I mean, if there's no crops, then there's no work.
Farm-working communities have a culture of their own. They also have trust factors. CSET has been a long partner in the community, addressing needs, but also hearing their stories.
There are times where they feel they don't have a voice, and we want to be sure that that's not the case.
Mary comes in and she says, we need to go find out who's impacted.
What we were looking at is how do we meet that immediate need of bringing water in?
So we did door-to-door canvassing. We developed a list of people that we had reached out to.
Our response was to go ahead and work with different agencies such as the County Office of OES, Self-Help Enterprises, United Way, and so many others.
How do we begin to address this need, and how do we begin to resolve it together? Because it's not going to go away.
So we started a drought center, which was a temporary center. It was actually placed in a church in East Porterville.
There at the Drought Center, we set up showers, toilets, we provided bottled waters.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, water is life.
Right? Without it, health is affected. You know, your pride is affected if you can't wash yourself.
In the mornings to see the families come up with their children to get them ready for school, asking for drinking water because they had no drinking water. We were working with the Office of Emergency Services. It was, well, you know, hey, we can install tanks.
We'd drop the tanks, deliver the water, and basically we would just plumb the house, turn on the water, just make sure everything was good. Boom, we're good. Some people would cry, you know, we got water finally.
And this was all made possible because of volunteers, but more than anything, CSBG funding. CSBG funding for our community action agency helps us to bring services where there is no dollars allocated at a point in time when a special need pops up.
The CSBG block grant does provide a lot of flexibility for organizations such as us in being able to meet the needs of the communities, and especially when there are times of crisis and it's a matter of survival.
About 5 years later, we were able to come up with a long-term plan with the state as well as the local city of Porterville, to get them connected to their water district there. So all of these families that were impacted with tanks, we were able to remove tanks, and they now have water in their homes that's connected to the local city.
Things are better, things are brighter, things are greener. And it's just not worrying about, oh gosh, you know, the well's gonna go dry again, we're not gonna have water. We feel safer now that we're connected to the city.
We did not leave with the drought. We continue to be in East Porterville. We continue to provide other safety net services there.
Not that long ago, we had flood situation. That was the same exact community that was impacted during the drought. CSET continues to do the work.
Oftentimes, climate change affects rural communities or working communities much harder than it does other areas because they don't have the advocates.
Whatever happens in our community, it affects every single one of us. In hard times and good times, we're going to be there for the community.
We had to go back to the roots of what Community Action Agency is all about. Answering the call, meeting with local residents where they're at, highlighting the support services that are needed, putting a voice to the needs of rural communities, but also to the working poor and to those that are on the fringe. We have been a part of a change process that not only has changed community, but it's changed us as an agency.